Peace and blessings. I apologize for not doing a video blog for you guys this time. Unfortunately, I've been in the studio working very hard, haven't had access to the camera or my equipment, so I decided to do a audio for you guys and hope that it has the same effect for you. I want to thank everybody for commenting and sending all the positive energy out and really appreciating the information that we are trying to get out to you guys. For reference, for those who are new to this, my name is SG1. I am one half of the team that made up the PieceMakerz originally. We have expanded so much farther now with my brother Sly Piper, who is currently still working with Dr. Dre on the Detox album, and whom you probably have heard on the unfortunate leaked Topless joint that Dr. Dre was getting ready to drop. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but that's my brother singing the hook and everything on there. Anyway, been noticing you guys been having some questions, been getting emails from different people. Feel free to always email me at musicmillionaires@gmail.com. I'm always up for your answers. If I can't do anything else, I can definitely get to my email and email you with the best available advice I can give. But if you haven't already, sign up with the website musicmillionaires.tk and get up-to-date information or the ebook download. And I've been on my job, more recently, so I apologize for those who signed up and we haven't been in contact with you. But if you have to re-sign up or anything like that, go ahead and we'll get this information out to you, or I'll just be doing a mass mailing list blog. Okay, so to the point, I've been getting a lot of texts and questions. Basically, one of them is, you want to try to get your music out to producers to hear, but you don't know how. And that's very simple. It's all in marketing. You got to realize everything is in marketing, promoting, constantly promoting yourself, constantly making people aware of you. And a lot of times what people fail to do and realize is that all it takes is for you to concentrate on those that you're trying to get in contact with. So for instance, I think in one of my videos I was speaking about MySpace and Facebook and Twitter and all these different places. Especially MySpace, we found MySpace to be very effective because MySpace originally, which most people don't realize, is now turned into a social networking community website. But originally it was for bands, if you look into the history of MySpace. So it makes it a lot easier for you to network with bands and producers and songwriters and artists via MySpace. So the best way to go about doing that is promoting yourself on community websites or anything that's free that don't cost you any money, and just shouting out to producers. You know what I mean? When I mean shouting out, don't go and bug them. That's one of the things that we hate the most, is just, random, spam, as we like to call it. But, add them to your friend list, and y'all have something in common, so obviously it won't be a problem. Send out a friend request, go to the groups, anything dealing with music and groups, and reach out to a lot of these producers, because we're always looking for new talent. That's definitely for sure. What makes it even more better, and just to be honest with you, expect, if you have the finances, to spend a little money with them if you can. It makes a difference if you're spending money with a producer who has the credentials and the credit behind his work. And a lot of them are willing to work with you around your budget, as long as you're putting forth some effort. But the main thing is, if you're trying to reach out to producers, promote yourself. Just constantly promote yourself, constantly reach out, constantly make new friends, network to those that you're interested in. Now, and the reason why I said producers and I didn't say anything else is because a lot of times we go to MySpace and we just focus on getting the most friends. And a lot of times that doesn't necessarily work, because the friends that you're reaching out to may not be interested in what you have to offer, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. In order to be successful in business, it's like, in other words, if you was trying to sell tennis shoes, right, and you reached out to 1 million people with no feet, you know what I mean? You get my point. So you have to find people and friends that are interested in what you're doing, and most of the time that's other artists that are people who, you know, on their profile say, you know, their favorite musicians are this, their favorite musicians are that. You know, you can look on their profile page and see what type of music they're into, and it's not you just adding random friends, because you can have 1 million friends, but if you got 1 million friends and let's say, I'm gonna give you an exact number, let's say 800,000 of those friends don't even listen to music, then you know it was all for nothing. You got 1 million friends who don't even listen to music. I'm not saying that that's possible, I'm just giving you a scenario. So the best thing to do a lot of times is to reach out to those who are looking for what you have to give. And what we found, and what I'll definitely do, is I'll be sending out, if you email me, what I'll be doing is sending out some more emails out to people who have emailed me, and I'll give you exactly the link to what we use. And the reason why I say that is because there are, you know, certain programs out there to use, but you got to get the right one. I cannot stress that enough, because you have a lot of programs that will get you banned from MySpace. You know, people are so quick to hop on friend trains, and it works for those when it originally starts. These friend trains do work originally if you can catch it at its beginning stages. A lot of these friend adder bots work, but you have to use the right one. So if you reach out to me, musicmillionaires@gmail.com, I can definitely show you the best way to promote your MySpace page. And what we use personally allows us to pick, you know, the genre of music. We can actually literally, they call it scraping, scrape MySpace pages for certain words and topics. So for those of you who are looking for producers, you can literally type in here music, the genre that you're looking at, or you're trying to find a producer in, and then type in the search word producer. The program that we also use allows us not to be banned from MySpace, and that's the most important thing, because if you built up your MySpace page and you've received, you know, thousands of friends, and you know, all of a sudden you're using one of these bots, and you're, you know, MySpace consider it spamming, you know, then they wind up banning your page, and then you did it for nothing. So to just summarize the question at hand, the best thing that I found to be appropriate for finding producers to listen to you is to promote yourself. And always remember, the more the better, and that's no matter what you do when marketing your music to anyone. It's a numbers game. That's how it works. The best advice I can show you, or best example I can give you, is if you're watching TV and you notice why it's so important for network ratings, and why commercials work for the television companies, and why actually the thing would be why certain shows, why is it so important for certain shows to do well? Well, the reason is because if you have a show, let's say like my show is Supernatural, you know what I mean? I like Supernatural, or Heroes when it first came out. And you know, if you have 1 million, 2 or 3 million viewers watching Heroes all at one time, and in between watching Heroes, ad pops up, you know, commercial comes on, you got what, I think it's 3 minutes of commercial advertisements in 30-second increments, and you're actually only watching 15 minutes of program or 20 minutes of program, and you don't even realize it. So the thing that we found, and the reason why me putting that behind you is a numbers game. So if they have 3 million people watching Heroes at a particular time, and they run the commercial in between these 3 million people watching it, they have a numbers game that they know. Out of 3 million, it's 10% of everything. So out of the 3 million, 10% are going to watch the commercial. Out of that brings it down to what? 10% of 3 million, roughly 300,000 people. Out of 10% of the 300,000, 10 of them are actually going to purchase. So that means 30,000 people will possibly, if not go right then, maybe tomorrow go and purchase that product. And that's how the numbers game works, and you have to realize that yourself. So in other words, how it relates to you and what you're trying to do is, if you're trying to get producers to listen to you, you know, always think of the 10% rule. If I get 10% of the producers that I reach out to listen to me, an example would be 1,000 producers. If if I befriended 1,000 platinum or producers who's doing something or whom I'm interested in, 10% of those, which would be 100, will actually probably look at my MySpace page. 10% of those 100 will probably actually reach out to me. Okay, so always remember it's a numbers game. And like I said, contact me at my email address, and I'll give you what we use in order to reach out to these producers and songwriters and etc. Also, feel free to drop me any more questions and anything that I may be able to help you work on, or if you got anything you need to ask me that will make these video blogs and these recordings a lot better. Alright, peace and blessings. This is your man SG1 from the PieceMakerz. I hope to see you guys at the top. Hope to be working with you guys sometime soon. Alright, we out.